welcome to the Afrocentric Woman. Testing, testing. All right, looks like my sound is working. All right, we're gonna even see. We're gonna see if this live stays up because I'm tired. If it's crazy and discombobulated, I.
If this live stays
Oh
up.
crap! Sorry. Um, yeah, I'm tired. So if it's coherent enough, I'll keep it up. If it's too wacky, I'm gonna take it down, and we'll do it like that. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun with my new level up friend today. I met her at the mall and we are the same age. She's a few months younger than me, so that's great. I finally have a level up friend that's my age. Yay! And she's super cool, super positive. She is ready to make some moves. We got to test out her skills because we were walking to this store and this guy swoops in. Like he swoops in and starts talking to her. So I fall back because I'm on the phone. I've been playing phone tag with one of my guys, so I'm trying to get him on the line. And so I kind of fall back and let them talk. And we kind of had a situation, we I kind of got to see her in action. And what I could say about all black women is that like we need to spend time learning how to talk to men. We need to spend time learning how to talk to men because we just do. In order to get what you want, you got to open your mouth and you got to talk. You got to speak. You have to learn how to handle these men. I think in general, a lot of times we just don't know how to handle men, you know? And I was thinking about that in terms of this conversation about raising boys. You know, a lot of women have absolutely no idea how to deal with a male ego. You have to know, you have to be very wise and well versed in handling the male ego. And it helps you in all areas of life, including raising a son properly and dealing with men. You have to understand how they move, how they operate. So, today feels like Sunday. Well, I guess it technically is. Well, okay, so Friday, I had two dates and they were really great. The first one was with this older Indian guy. He's in his 50s, he's divorced, and I don't know if he's telling the truth. He might be telling the truth that I'm his first date after he's decided to date again. I might have been his first date because he was very awkward. When I tell you awkward, I mean like really awkward. He didn't know where to walk, he didn't know what to do, he didn't know to pull my chair out, he just didn't know anything. He knew to pay though, but I mean, he was extremely awkward. So, it's possible that I'm his first date or at least one of his first dates after getting divorced a few years ago and being married for 25 years. His kids are grown. So I don't know if that's true, but yeah, he was super awkward. But it was fine. I mean, he seems like you know, an interesting guy. He's having a midlife crisis, so he is at this point where well, he's actually a little bit past midlife. But he's having some type of crisis. And he's at this point where he really wants to like explore the world and do all these different things. And I'm like, okay, fine. I mean, that means that I just get to ride along, right? Like, you want to go horseback riding? Okay, let's go horseback riding. You want to go out of town? Okay, let's go out of town. You want to try a new restaurant? Okay, cool. I'm happy to tag along during your crisis because I'm going to have fun in the meantime. Ah, I love my life. I promise you I do. I really, really do. He was sweet. In fact, I think he asked for my number on the app. I need to go ahead and send it to him so that way I can shut this app down because I already told y'all I'm about to do a whole revamp on that app. Um, so that was that. That was sweet. Nice restaurant, great food, great wine. oh, decent conversation. I mean, he did a lot of talking. I ask a lot of questions, and that's how I like my dates to go. Especially the first, like the beginning dates. I like to ask a lot of questions. I like them to talk, and I just kind of smile and look cute. I chime in here and there, but I really don't do a lot of talking. And the great thing about dating international guys is they really tend, especially in older ones too, they tend to appreciate intrinsic values about you. So what really he kept commenting on was my grace. He's like, "You're just so graceful. You're so charming and graceful." That's what he loved about me, you know. And it's true. I am charming and graceful. So he was right on the money. And he appreciated that. And it was just, he's just so freaking awkward. He was like, "Yeah, so now that I've had this date, now I feel good. I feel confident. Like, I'm ready to get out there." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Now I feel like I can do it." And I'm thinking in my head, you have no idea how lucky you are that I'm your first date, if in fact I am. You're the luckiest man in the world because as awkward as you are, I am I'm skilled enough to carry this conversation, and I'm skilled enough to carry this date, and I'm skilled enough to guide you as to what you need to do without damaging your manhood because I'm really good at handling the male ego. You have no idea how the creator has blessed you with me to be your first date. You should be thanking your lucky stars. Now, I cannot guarantee you that your next date won't be a ratchet hot ass mess. I cannot guarantee that. So, but it's good. Get out there because the best way to appreciate somebody is to get out there and experience the world. That's the best way. So get out there, mingle around, meet some people, and see how it goes and see how it compares. I'm here for it, baby. Call me when you're ready. We'll go out again. So that was date number one. So then after that, I went up the street literally because like these dates were like in the same neighborhood. Uh, was that on purpose? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was kind of on purpose, but that was just gonna work out like that. So I went up the street to my next date, and got there a little bit early, and he arrived, and he's half Honduran and half Portuguese, and I was really like, we had this brief conversation probably like a few days before our date, and I honestly admit I was intrigued. I was intrigued. His etiquette, his etiquette on the app was top tier, just very polite, very respectful. Um, you know, I don't know. He piqued my interest for sure. And also, he said he wanted kids. I was just like, that's interesting. You really don't see guys that like old guys wanting children. So usually the guys I date, their kids are grown and they're done. Or they're just, or maybe they're not even grown, but they're just like, they have their two kids and they're like, "Yep, I'm good." But yeah, he has two kids, but he wants more kids. So that's interesting. So, um, he gets to the restaurant. I don't have time for dinner because I need to go get my baby. So I just was going to have drinks with him. Now, I don't really do drink dates, but I did the drink date because it was convenient for me. He offered me dinner. You see what I'm saying? So I already know I'm what he wants. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just some convenient filler lady. He's actually putting his best foot forward to um, get to know me. So even though he offered me dinner, I just didn't have time. And yes, it was a five-star restaurant. So we sat at the bar and we talked. We talked about so much stuff. Like for that hour that we were together, it's amazing how much we talked about. And he was really um impressed with my travels. Not like impressed, but like the fact that, oh God, my internet is effing up again. My little bar is on there. Gosh. I'm apologizing in advance that my audio is probably janky because of my internet. Looks like it's the signal's not stable. But where was I? Yeah, he was really enjoying talking about traveling, especially throughout Latin America. Like we were just talking about all these different carnivals from different areas, different flavors of carnival, Mardi Gras versus all the carnivals all across Latin America and which carnivals he's been to, which ones I've been to, and we just went on and on about that. And he was like, I can't believe that I don't have anybody. He was like, I don't have anybody to talk to about this kind of stuff. And he did not want me to leave. He didn't want me to go. He was so sweet. He was very sweet. I didn't know he was a finance guy because I typically try to stay away from dating accountants and finance people because I don't like men being too aware of how much money they're spending on me. So I don't like accountants and finance guys. I try to steer away from those industries. I saw on his profile he was a vice president at a company, but I didn't know he was vice president of finance. I'm like, damn, why you gotta be vice president of finance? Ugh. Because he even made a couple comments about just random things like the cost. And I'm like, oh gosh, I know this guy watches his money. That's not good. But it's fine. Like, we had the best conversation. I mean, he seemed like a real human. And I have not been on a date with a human. I can't remember how long. I can't. Now, the Indian guy earlier, he seemed um like he could be human, but I wasn't convinced. He was talking about all this Hinduism, like philosophical stuff and blah blah. And when people start getting into philosophy and religion, sometimes it seems like they're more moral than what they really are. You really don't like it's not really a clear indication for me that this guy is fully like emotionally developed. Um, so time would only tell on that. I don't have enough. I don't have a good. I couldn't call it one way or the other. Now with the other guy, he really seemed human, like a fully actualized person. Like I was like I was with another human, and that was so cool. Cause that I promise you, I can't think the last time I've been on a date with a real human. I can't remember. I'm thinking hard too. Usually there's some brand of narcissistic. Honestly, usually there's some brand or there's some flavor of narcissistic. I deal with a lot of narcissistic guys, but I usually don't care because, as I told my friend earlier, narcissistic money spent just like every other type of money. So whatever, be narcissistic, as long as it's not too malignant and it's not inconveniencing me. It's no sweat off my back. Um, it's fine. Be narcissistic, whatever. But like be with somebody, sit down and converse with someone who's actually a human in male form. Wow, that was really refreshing. Like, it was so refreshing. And then he texted me a couple times, like, did I get home? And then he wanted to take me out the next day. Or no, I think we talked about Sunday. But today, I had childcare. So I was like, hey, did you want to do lunch instead? And he was like, "Oh, I have something going on, but what about dinner?" And I was like, "Ah, can't do dinner because I had to pick up my baby by like 7 or 8, so I couldn't do it." So he was like, "All right, well, I'm going out of town, and I'll see you when I get back." So um, maybe I'm trying to decide if I want to go out with him tomorrow. I don't want to seem too thirsty. Um, I don't want to appear to be too thirsty. So I don't know if I should try to see him again tomorrow or if I will wait until he comes back from I think he's going to LA or something, or I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. What do y'all think I should do? Y'all think I should reach out to him and let him know that I'm available tomorrow, possibly for brunch? Or do you think that I should wait until the end of the week and go out with him then? Are y'all half sleep too, the way I am? Well, if you're not half asleep, then type in the chat box and let me know. And then my other Indian guy, he's out of town right now, and he texts me that he wants to see me when he comes back uh, towards the end of next week. And it's quite possible if I don't go out of town myself, then I will be here and I will go out with him. He's trucking along. I love when men plan to see me like days or weeks in advance. Like I love it. I love it. Shows me that I'm on your mind, and that makes me feel special. Makes me feel like you're putting in effort, and I appreciate that. So that's him. And then another guy on my roster, he's an avid golfer, and like he's heavy into golf. He's an avid golfer, and he texted me today that he won some like little local championship in golf, and he was like, I want to celebrate with you tonight. And I'm like, okay, no, because I mean, it's not that I couldn't do it, but my thing is like when you ghost me, or not even like fully ghost me, but if you disappear or you start acting crazy with me, no, there's a price to come back. It's not like a revolving door that you just do whatever you want. You can run amok in my life and just pop up whenever you want. No. Um, you don't get to do that. No. I've been keeping a tally of everything that you have promised me. So before I will go out with you to celebrate your golf thing, that's fine. That's fine. But you need to make good on every single thing that you have promised thus far. You have to. And that's just my standard. That's just how I roll. It's just if you let these guys treat you any type of way, that they can just talk to you any type of way, disappear, do whatever, while out, and then just pop up and then like, oh, let's turn up together. Oh, I want to see you or I miss you. Okay, yeah, I miss you too. And I miss what you said you was going to get me. So I need that first. I need all those things first. And if every time they mess up it's expensive as hell, guess what? They're going to reconsider messing up because, contrary to popular belief, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're not being absent-minded. They're not uh they're not doing anything. Let's say you said you don't want to seem thirsty, but are you into the guy? If so, do brunch. Don't act clingy and silly. I don't know. Well, if you don't know, Doomber, you don't know. Uh, I don't know. Maybe I'm too discombobulated tonight. When I wake up, maybe I'll have a fresh mind. I'll have a fresh idea as to. Well, I think this. If he texts me in the morning, like if he texts me like at like in the morning ish before 11, if he texts me, then I will be like, hey, by the way, maybe we could do brunch. But I'm not gonna initiate a date. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'll wait until he contacts me. If he contacts me tomorrow, then I will offer it. But I'm not gonna just like straight up offer it. Okay, great. I've answered my own question. And thank you for food for thought, Doomber. So, um, where was I? Oh yeah, it's gonna be expensive. Like if you mess up with me, you're gonna have to pay some type of price to come back. You're not gonna just roll up for free and think that, oh, I can just do whatever I want and she's gonna take me back. No, that's not how it goes. Nope, 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 nope. So I was like, well, yeah. I would do that, but we need to talk. And he's like, okay, what do I need to do? Whatever you need. Um, what's the exact verbiage? Because I don't remember what the exact verbiage is. I don't remember. But he wasn't ready for it. I got it locked and loaded because I already know. And I'm starting to practice. And I think that that's where I want to talk about the refinement. I'm starting to practice my standards, saying them. So as you practice, you get more confident. What would it take to get back with you? I want you. Would you just tell me exactly what I need to do? Question mark. And I was like, okay, yep, I sure will. I told him exactly what he needed to do. I gave him all the things he needs to do, and he's not even ready. But this is the thing. You can waste another woman's time, but you won't be wasting mine because I'm not about that life. I'm not about that time wasting life. Because this is the thing. There's so many guys that get by with just empty promises. They can just tell a woman anything she wants to hear. Every woman wants to hear certain things, and they'll just say that because they know that most women do not, a lot of women do not hold guys to any type of standards. They just fall in love with the fantasy of what they're saying, and they themselves fall in love with the fantasy, and it becomes a shared fantasy and just an illusion. It's not real. And then they don't, you know, hold the guys accountable to what they say. It's like, I'm not even, you know, these aren't even really things that I've asked for. These are all things that you have offered to me. And now I'm waiting on you to fulfill them. And then that was the old stuff. So that's, I feel like to start the conversation, you do everything that you said you were going to do in the past. That reopens the communication. Now, to go to a deeper level, then you invest in me at the level that I'm asking for moving forward to the future. But even to just start now, we got to catch up from the past, from the backlog of things that you said you were going to do. And that's just, it is what it is. That's how I feel. And I will not budge on it. So we'll see. We'll see. No sweat off my back either way. Because as time started to go by, I think I might have talked about feeling icky about it. Maybe my last live. I promise you, day by day, I I feel more at peace with everything, and I care a little bit less each day. And also, um, going on these amazing dates. Oh crap. I lost a guy due to my disorganization. There was this really nice guy, this really nice executive, and he was trying to also take me on Friday. I would have done 3 dates on Friday if I had childcare. Because he wanted to see me on Friday too. Uh and I was just disorganized. And he asked me about a date 3 times, and I kept like not responding, and he unmatched me. He probably thinks I'm flaky, and I really didn't want to give that impression. And I was thinking about him. I was looking forward to meeting him. We had a great conversation. He was a very nice guy. I was thinking about him instead of me thinking and typing. I was just thinking about him, which that's my bad. I made a mistake with that. I feel bad that I don't like with these apps, like we're totally disconnected. If we don't, share numbers, we are totally disconnected. And so he unmatched me, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I was slow. And now this attorney has asked me to talk to me multiple times, and I haven't responded to him. I'm about to respond to him right now that I'm talking to y'all. Oh, but it's so late. No, I'm gonna respond in the morning because if I respond right now, it's gonna look like, what the hell are you doing up at 1:30 in the morning? I'll text him tomorrow. But it's as a top priority of mine to text him because I don't want him to think I'm a flake. And um, I don't want him to think I'm a flake. Is this guy Latino too? That must mean I'm getting a lot of attention from Latino guys. He doesn't put his race on here, but he looks Latino to me. He looks Latino. How old is he? He is 45. Yeah, sure. I'll probably match him. I'll match him tomorrow so it doesn't look like it's too late. Yeah, it doesn't look, so it won't look like it's too late. Um, so this is the Indian guy again. Looks like we're doing him early. Oh, he is so sweet. I promise you, this Indian guy is so sweet. He said, looks like I was too enamored with your personality that I forgot to ask for your number. This guy, he is just such a sweetie pie. He really, really is. He's such a freaking sweetie pie. Y'all, when I tell you I'm freaking loving my life, I'm freaking loving my life. Keep your standards high. Identifying your problem areas and taking action to fix them is admirable. Why, thank you, Doomber. I'm doing my best. I'm freaking loving my life. I just, what I'm at right now is I'm coming to peace with the fact that there's a whole there's a whole group of us that spend way more time complaining about black men than I would ever do. Like, I don't even have time. Oh, okay, okay. Let me hold that thought. Y'all remind me about that thought again. Let me tell you about my new level up friend. What I love my level up friend. She is so sweet. Okay. So me and my level up friend, we had like a late lunch, early dinner at this okay, we were just having a late lunch, early dinner, and then we shopped. So she was like, "Well, you look at my dating profile and give me your feedback." And I was like, "Yeah, of course." So I looked at her profile. I gave her some feedback on like, "Oh, that picture's good. That picture's good. Take that picture off. Take that off. Put that on there." I'm just giving her feedback because her profile was good, but it could be even better. So I gave her the feedback and she was like, "I don't know how to get a date because these guys get in the app and they just small talk, small talk, small talk, and I never get to go out." And I'm like, what the freak? Like, this girl is gorgeous. Like, why are you not going out on dates with these guys? And she's like, I don't know how to get, out of the small talk phase. So I was like, well, I can give you some feedback. I have a lot of content on my channel about getting a date, and unfortunately I don't like have a video dedicated to that, but I pepper it in all the time when I do my lives, when I talk about how to go five-star restaurants, how to get nice dates, how to get things popping, how to get things going. I'm always dropping jewels and gems as to how to avoid getting into the small talk pen pal stage, because we're not on here to be pen pals. We're not on here to be small talking. We're on here to go out on dates. So I'm constantly reiterating that. But maybe what I need to do is specifically dedicate a video just to that. So I was telling her how to get out of it. And she's like, well, will you look at some of these conversations and tell me? So there were two guys in there that I had already matched with inside of her Bumble. And I was like, oh, that guy, he's a waste of time. That guy is a waste of time. When I kid you the F not, and I think I have the screenshots. Um, I think I have the screenshot. That guy, one of the guys that she talked to, I promise you guys, he sent me the exact same message. And I told her, I said, if I find the screenshots, I'll send them to you. He verbatim, it's just copy, paste, copy, paste. And then it's like, if you're like, oh, did you copy and paste? That guy always say, oh, no, I wrote this just for you. No, you didn't. He sent her the exact same message. So basically, the message was something along the lines of, why are you single all this time? Why are you on this app? On this app? Why have all the men that you've found in the past all been you've all found something wrong with them. Why hasn't anything worked out? Like, that's his message. That's a common narcissistic tactic of an immediate devaluation. It's an immediate devaluation. Basically, what they're doing is they're trying to make the fact that you are single and dating a negative. They're trying to make the fact that you're a woman and you're single, that's negative. You're flawed, you're something's wrong with you. Whereas me, a trash bag, struggle dusty, I can be single in my mid 50s and I'm just fine. But something's wrong with you, but nothing is wrong with me. It's just trash bag, struggle dusty logic. That's all it is. It's just narcissistic bumble talk. It's just it's just devaluation. He sent me the exact same message. I just need to find the friggin' screenshot. Where is it? Let me hunt for it for just a bit. Let me hunt for it because he sent me the exact same message. And then this old guy in his 60s, and normally guys lie about their age, so he's probably actually in his 70s. He sent her the same exact message he sent me. And he's a freaking waste of time. He's completely full of himself. He's very grandiose. He's like, "Oh, I worked for NASA. I work for this. I work." Okay, okay, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Like, I just can't stomach African American guys. I can't. I can't even do it. Just too full of themselves. It's just, I'm over it. Oh God, let me see. Where is this freaking screenshot? Oh, da, da, da. I have so many screenshots, y'all. It's just, I need to take the time to edit them because, okay, here we go, right here. I found it. I found it. Yep. He's supposedly 56, but he's probably lying. I'm focused. Okay, okay, hold on. Here it is. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta scroll back. Um, okay, he says, I see in your profile you're looking for casual dating. What does that mean? I ask, of course, because I'm very attracted to you. I say, I'm looking for fun dates with a special man. This is the message. Hold on. So why haven't you allowed a man? Yes, this is the exact same message he sent her. So why haven't you allowed a man to capture you thus far? In other words, what's been wrong with the men you've given a chance to and that approached you? That's just, it's a devaluation. That's what it is. And then I say, I'm focused on you right now. What kind of dating are you looking for? This is a copy and paste. This is a copy and paste message. Listen to this struggle, dusty bandit. Listen to this bandit. Well, men and women are very different. For men, sex and lust always is first. It's just that most people can't acknowledge that, and we as men end up sending a representative until a woman gives in. I don't want to be that guy, so I'm very open as to what I'm looking for. Well, I think outside the box. So I know that for something explosive, I have to make you step way outside your comfort zone when dating, quote, dating people. More so, women tend to do the same thing over and over, which is fine. However, I expect the result is crazy. When you do the same thing over and over, you'll certainly get the same results. This is what I said to this struggle bandit. Hold on, where it is. I said, um, he says, "Oh, and oh shit, hold on. Oh, I'm missing a screenshot. Hold on. See, I'm gonna do a whole expose about why I don't even fuck with African American men. And since the profile is blank, oh, I'll tell you about myself. This is the same message he sent her. I read it verbatim. When I was sitting at dinner with her, he sent her this exact same message. Blah blah blah. I'm 56. Da 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 da. I'm tall, 6'5". I golf in my free time. Blah blah blah. And yes, I'm 56. Do you generally prefer older men or did you overlook my age when you hold on? um, or when you swiped. I said I prefer a gentleman who doesn't mention sex and lust within minutes of being connected to me. The idea of being pushed out of my comfort zone is repulsive. I like a refined, established older man, but sometimes people are just chronologically old. That was my response. He wrote me a response. I didn't read it, and then I unmatched him. That's how I'll handle that struggle bandit. Listen, you're not about to come up here with your struggle dusty logic into my damn inbox. You're fucking 56. You're acting like a 20-year-old. You're a bandit. No, thank you. I don't want you. And you need to understand, women, we get together, we talk. You think that you're going to run game on my sister? You're not. You're not going to run game on my sister because I'm going to put her on game. I'm going to tell her you're a struggle bandit. I'm going to send her the screenshots tomorrow so that she can see it. She's going to see that verbatim you're sending the same messages to different people, and you're 56 and you're still being promiscuous. So you're sending random women messages that you want sex within minutes of being connected to them on an app. What kind of disease peen do you have? Definitely one that I don't want. That's the way to get girls. Tell them everything that's wrong with them. I bet that always works, right? You work at NASA, so actually you pay your wages. I don't know what that means. You work at NASA? Oh, so we actually pay your wages. Yeah. Well, I think he said he used to. He's old now. I think he's retired. I think he's in his 70s because he says he's in his 60s, but a lot of times guys lie about their age. So he may very well be in his 70s. So I don't know. But that's the type of stuff that you deal with. But the most important thing with struggle bandits is that you unmatch quickly, move on quickly, quickly, quickly. Don't spend too much time, um, you know, lamenting about it. The only reason why I do screenshots is because I need them to show you guys, to show you, I don't know who's on my live right now, ladies, gentlemen, I don't know. But like primarily my audience is men, according to my analytics. Women ages 35 to 45 is my primary audience. So for my primary audience, I capture these screenshots to demonstrate to you various different things and how I handle stuff. So that struggle bandit is going to be in my series as to why I do not um, date African American anymore. I'm not saying that I won't, but I just don't I don't, my focus is elsewhere. Okay. My focus is elsewhere. My focus is on men who treat me really good, like my Portuguese Honduran sweetie pie and my Indian sweetie pie. I'm focusing on those guys because I just can't with the struggle bandit logic. I just can't. It's just too much. I'm not interested. I'm not the entitlement. I just not. I'm not interested in it. The femininity. I'm feminine enough on my own. I don't want, if I want to hang out with my girlfriends, I'll hang out with my girlfriends. I don't want to hang out with a feminine man. No, thank you. I'm not interested in that. That's why I just don't bother. I just don't bother anymore. Hey, the woman who doesn't exist. How you doing? How are you? Have you been on any dates lately? I'll give you a chance to type. And like my friend that I was talking to, she hasn't really been out on any dates because in her mind she's leveling up and she's getting everything perfect and she's getting everything right. And I told her, you need to get out there and start dating. The reason why I'm getting good is because I go on dates. Every single time I go on dates, I think about, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? What went well? What did he like? What was a big hit? What type of outfits, do I get good compliments on? What lighting is good for me? Was my conversation good? Did I keep a good flow? I think about these things because I refine myself constantly. So after that date, I'm going to approach things better the next time. The reason why I've gotten better at I mean, I've had a way of talking with men for a while that's been good, but now my way I talk to men is far better. It's way better. And the reason why I've gotten better at talking to men is because I sit and I talk to men. I talk to them. I have conversations with men all the time, and most almost every day. If I'm not either on having a voice conversation, or I'm chatting with men, or I'm on a date with a man. So obviously, if every single day I'm talking to men, I'm going to get good at it. Like, of course, because I'm refining myself constantly. And she's like, "Well, I don't know how to do this." And I'm like, "You have to get out there." I think that's the biggest thing trying to tell women. Don't try to wait until you're perfect. Like, don't try to wait until you have the perfect dress and the perfect outfit and the perfect makeup and the perfect everything and the perfect heels and the perfect everything and everything's in order. And then you know, because you have to start now. He says, "I'm a dude and I like to listen to your journey because I'm going to be dating soon. I think it's valuable to hear your perspective." Oh, thank you. Thank you, Doomberg. This is my, I think that men should get the very best woman that they can get. Shoot your shot. You never know. Shoot your shot. Go out there and get the best woman, the highest quality woman that you can get. So get your money together. Save up. Start scoping out places that you can take your dates. Start scoping out places. Because you know what? There's some really nice places with reasonable prices. Like I have this one little place. It's like I've had so many different guys take me to this restaurant. I love this restaurant because the ambiance is 5 star, but the prices are like 2.5 star. You know what I mean? The prices are like 2.5 star, but the service is 5 star. 4 star. The ambiance is straight up 5 star, straight up beautiful. It's on water. It has like fire pits outside. It has a patio. Pretty much no matter where you sit in the restaurant, you can see water. So it's really, it's cool. Like it's a great first date because it's great ambiance. If I don't know how much money a guy makes, I will probably suggest that restaurant because it's very reasonable prices. What's rare? What's rare? The woman who doesn't exist. Oh, y'all having a side conversation. My bad. I'll let y'all have y'all side conversation. Ah, ah. It's on the water. It's on the water. The restaurant is in the on the water, and it's just beautiful. And I've had multiple dates there, and all my dates love it. They're like, "I never knew about this place," because they even live in that city, and they're like, "I never knew about this place." That place is like the best kept secret in our city, literally. It's the best kept secret. They have the best food, best wine, great ambiance, great service. It's just wonderful. So, you know, I think if I were a guy, I would scope out places like that. I would scope out places where I could impress my date, but keep my pocketbook um in mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for women that are not into sex. Yes, I'm single. That are not into sex. I don't know what that means because a lot of times guys say that on apps and they say that just to have an excuse to say the word sex. So I don't even know if that's like genuine or what. I don't know. But I would probably join if you're asexual. I would probably join like an asexual group of some sort, like a meetup or something, and then just find somebody that is a like the same as you. Like whatever type of niche you have, just try to find a group that caters to that. Like there's atheist groups, you know, do that, join those groups and try to find somebody. Or if you're asexual, find an asexual support group or an asexual meetup and then meet somebody on there like that. That way you don't even have to argue about that, or it's not going to be a problem because you guys are already on the same page. Yeah, I recently got injured pretty bad and I have to focus on my recovery. I have been out of work depleting my savings. So yeah, I got to stack my money back up and get out there. Yeah, get well, get healthy. And I would say, like, while you're recovering, just work on whatever it is that you want to do, like that you want to be, that you want to work on. If it's like being chivalrous, if it's, um, having conversation with the woman, or your confidence, because confidence goes a long way. You want to work on that, work on the things that you want to showcase about yourself, then work on that while you recover, and then try to stack up your money so that way you will have the money to go out there and date a lovely woman, or multiple women, whatever you can afford. Ah. How is it like dating internationally? Girl, I'm having so much freaking fun. That's what how it's like. I'm having fun. I love my guys. I love my guys. My guys cherish me. One of my guys called me today. He's so sweet. Um, I don't see him very often. He's kind of like, I don't know what we're doing. He's just around, but I don't know what we're doing. But every now and then he just sends me money because I need it, or I want it. And that's that. I mean, I don't even really see him. I haven't seen him in months, but he sends me money. And when he wants to talk to me, I talk to him because he sends me money. So yeah, I'm going to talk to him. When he calls me, I answer the phone. When he texts me, I text him back. I send him pictures. I have good communication with him because he invests in my life. So yeah, I'm going to be available to him. I am available to him. I would see him if he wasn't so busy, but he's busy. So I just settle for a phone call here and there. But um, I'm having a great grand old time dating internationally. It's the best thing since sliced bread. And I was talking to my new level up friend earlier today, and I was telling her, there's this song, and it came to my head as it pertains to, other women on the sidelines, other women who are so immersed in critiquing what they call Blackistan. Like, these women spend an exorbitant amount of time critiquing what they call Blackistan. I didn't even know I was fucking divested. I had no fucking clue. Sorry for the F bombs, y'all. I didn't know I was divested. I just started gravitating towards whatever I wanted to do. You know what I mean? I just started gravitating towards what I want to do. I like nice things. I like to be in peaceful environments. And I've already mourned the death of my black love relationship. Like, the fantasy of black love, I've already buried it, and I've already mourned it, and I've already grieved it, and I'm already over it. You understand? So I went through the whole process on my own, not because somebody on YouTube told me to, because I came to the harsh realization that these men don't want me. They don't want me. They only want to use me as a resource, but they don't cherish me. The intrinsic values that I have, my poise, my grace, my international, my travel, my foreign language, my education, my femininity, they don't appreciate it. you know my herbalism, gardening, you know my heart, they don't appreciate it. So okay, that's fine. I appreciate myself, number one. I freaking love myself. I'm freaking, like, I can't get enough of me. Okay. So fine, go. I don't like, one thing I'm not going to do is sit up here and negotiate with somebody that's trying to leave me. Like, go if you want. I believe that relationships are their free will. So you have to love that person. They have to love, like, you want to be together. You choose every day you wake up. You can get married, but the papers do not keep you faithful. You can get married, but the certificate does not make you respect your spouse. You can get married, but the certificate does not force you to care for your spouse. Every day when you wake up, you decide, I'm going to love that person today. Every day, you have to make that decision. I'm going to love that person today. I'm going to love them today. I'm going to value them today. It's a free will thing. You make an active choice as to what you want to do. And so that is the beauty of free will. And so when you're in it, when you realize that the collective does not reciprocate love and it's not mutual, we are not working for the same thing. I'm working for family and stability. They're working for promiscuity and open market sex with anybody they want. So, okay, go over there and do that. You guys hate children and you hate mothers. That's pretty sadistic. Who hates cute babies? Who hates cute babies? I was on Black Femicide earlier today on Instagram, and there's a young lady, I think it was Chicago. I don't know if it was Chicago or Baltimore. I don't remember. But in one of those cities, this guy killed this pregnant woman. This struggle bandit killed this pregnant young girl because he didn't want to pay child support. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the live. He killed this young girl because he didn't want to pay child support. And it's like, we all remember Ray Caruth, who killed his child's mother because he didn't want to pay child support. Now that the little boy has well, he's not a little boy anymore. He's a grown man now. He has learning disability because when his mother was shot, she blood wasn't get pardon me, not blood, oxygen wasn't getting to that young baby, to the fetus. So the baby went a long time without oxygen going to the brain, so he has permanent brain damage. But that's the type of struggle bandits that's roaming around over there. I don't want to be involved with that shit. No gracias. No donkey. I'm good. I'm not interested in that. I want to no, I want to go where I'm going to have fun. I want to be a woman first and foremost. I want a man to treat me like a woman. I don't want to be your mom, okay? I don't want to be a guy's mom. I'm not your mom. There's a big difference. And I knew that, like, every time I'm in a relationship with an African American man, they want to make you their mother. And you can't be feminine. You can't. They'll force you not to do it. You'll try it and they'll force you out of it by hook or by crook. I know this from personal experience and from observing hundreds of relationships. They force you into masculinity, into like mammying, being their mom. And I was like, no, gracias. I don't want to do that. I want to be with a man that allows me to be a woman. That's what I want to do. And that's what I have in my life. I feel like a woman with all my guys. So this year I was like, I'm going to focus on more Asian guys because I've never dated Asian guys. And I've had interesting date with an Asian guy, and then Indians. But like, Southern Indian guys are very attractive to me. I think it's because Southern India has a lot of darker skinned people, there. So I think that they're more used to like being attracted to darker skin, full features, because in Southern India they have a lot of darker skinned people with full features. So the guys who've been attracted to me thus far have been southern from South India, from different areas, different provinces. I don't know if they're provinces. I don't know what they call them. States, maybe in states in India and southern in the southern region. And so they're attracted to me. And then I went only on the one date with the Filipino guy. The Filipino guy was really bizarro. I don't think that has anything to do with him being Filipino. I just think that he was just bizarre, just as a person. And also, he, I think that he felt like he couldn't afford me. Like he knew, like, oh no, I can't keep this up. So I think he just kind of X'd himself out. Province, okay. Some Asian guys have very traditional parents, which can be difficult. I don't know. Maybe. A lot of the guys that I talk to are older, so their parents are like either dead or almost about to die any day. I'm not trying to be morbid or anything, but I'm just saying. These guys are older, so their parents are not like their parents are older. So they're not influencing so much in their life. They're like these guys are helping their parents. You know what I'm saying? So they have more influence on the parents and the parents on them. So I'm not even worried about that. And I think that that's probably something that really I think that that's something that really makes some black women not want to date non-black men because they're afraid of the family. What if the family doesn't accept them? What if the family is racist? What if the family da 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 da? You know what? When you look at these struggle bandits, I'll have a racist mother-in-law. I don't give a shit. I would take a racist mother-in-law than a life of struggle and poverty. I will deal with it. I rather deal with a racist mother-in-law. I'll sign up for that. I have to if I'm just making a chart of pros and cons, if I just make a chart of pros and cons, what are going to be the challenges of marrying somebody that's not of my race? What could be the potential, you know, things that could happen to me? What could be possible struggles versus struggle bandit? I'll sign up for the man that's going to treat me good, and I'll just deal with the family the best way I know how. Diplomacy goes a long way. Respect goes a long way. Um, I've managed so many difficult situations in my life, so I feel like I'm up for the challenge. I mean, I've dealt with difficult situations. I know how to maneuver through, you know, challenging environments. I can do it. So I'm not worried about that. It's of minimal concern to me. It's of minimal concern. I'm older, but I live in Europe, so sorry you're in luck. Okay. Um, exactly. I like older men. I'm 43. Yes, yes. I love it. I love it. Yes, go as old as you can. Go as old as you can, girl. That's what I do. But you came in late. I don't know, actually I don't know when you came in cuz sometimes people come in but they don't necessarily chat. But I was telling y'all earlier about my one of my guys that's 45 and he seems like an actual human. I almost don't know what to do with myself. He seemed like an actual human. I told him that well we were talking about like I was talking about like my break from dating, why I took time off dating, and I was telling him that I didn't feel like when I had my daughter, she was a little baby. I was like I breastfed her for 2 years, so I didn't want to like be on a date and my boobs be leaking. And he was like so impressed with me breastfeeding for 2 years. You know, he was like, "Wow." That's amazing. And it's just like, wow, you have to be a parent. Like a man, this is a sign that it's a good man. A man that appreciates a woman for a man who appreciates a woman for investing in the child, into children, the way that they need to be invested into, that's a good man. It's a solid man, because struggle bandits are jealous of children. They hate children. They hate children, they hate mothers, they hate single mothers. Anything related to kids, they hate it. They don't want anything to do with it. They don't want their own kids. They don't like child support. They don't like anything as it pertains to children. So when you have a man be impressed with something that you did for your child, like breastfeeding is a sacrifice, it's an investment. It takes a lot. Like you're literally depleting yourself to nourish somebody else. You know what I mean? You're nourishing someone else. You don't even have autonomy of your own body. Like you're not pregnant anymore, but your body is still not your own, because you have to nourish another being. And that's like, what we do as women who choose to be mothers. And so to have a man be in awe of something that I did as a mother gives me an indication that he's an actual human. Wow. So if men don't want children, they are bad. What if women don't want children? Yeah, some people don't want kids. That's fine. I think that you should find somebody that doesn't want kids, or they're already done having kids. And you can find that. All you have to do is just change your settings on your app and just change it to don't want kids. And then that way you find it. She says no agency whatsoever. Yeah. Yeah, like they think they own your body, those little crumb snatchers. They're so sweet though. But yeah, that was just one of the many things that gave me an indication that he's an actual human. Uh, I haven't like well, no. Have I genuinely liked someone? It's been a while since I've genuinely liked someone. But I tell you what I'm not going to do, even if I really like him a lot, I'm not going to drop my whole roster for him unless it's serious. Because I made that mistake before last year. That was my last heartbreak. And probably my last heartbreak ever in life. I don't want no more heartbreak. But yeah, I fell in love, and I dropped my whole roster for this guy. And he was a lying scumbag. Yes, I do. The woman who doesn't exist. Yes, I do. I only engage with older, with grown, or at least college age kids. Yeah. Oh, you're smart. You're smart. Now, let me tell you what I really like about the last guy that I dated. I mean, not dated, but like the one that I went on the second date with. His kids are his youngest is 16, but she's got her life together. Like she's gonna you know, I think she's gonna get a scholarship with a particular talent that she has, and his son works on Wall Street, so he's doing good for himself. And he said that his son is making more money than he was at his son's age. So that is very promising to me, that because I see that as more money for me. The less these kids need, that means he has more money to spend on me. But if the kids are bumbling, fumbling fools, like if the kids are like fuck ups, the kids are going to be always messing up and needing money. You know what I mean? They're going to be having some disaster. Oh, this happened. Oh, that happened. Oh, I got evicted. Oh, da 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 da. And so he's always going to be like stressed out about money and his kids and da 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 da. So when he said his son was like this put together kid, I mean, he's not a kid. He's in his 20s, but he works on Wall Street and he's making good money. I was like, oh, yeah, perfect. He's not going to need much help from dad. More money for me. But baby girl still has to go to college. So we have to see. if she's going to end up getting a scholarship or how that's going to go down. But she seemed like she has a good head on her shoulders, and that's good. That's really, really good. Like, he seems like a good dad, and he was really proud of his children. He was super proud of them. Talked a lot about children and family. It's amazing that we were only there for like an hour and a half. Like, we talked about so much. Family. We talked about a lot about our children. He talked a little bit about his ex. And another thing that gives me an indication that he is human, he did not devalue his ex-wife. He did not devalue his ex-wife. Most narcissistic guys that I go out with, they have very disparaging things to say about their ex-wives. And that helps me know, yeah, this guy's narcissistic. Because they don't take any accountability at all. It's all her fault. She did this, she did that, she da da da, she did da da da, she da 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 da. They always put all the blame on the woman. They don't take any accountability. But, he did mention a few things, but he did not devalue his ex-wife. And to me, that is a good quality in a man. A man who, even though, hey, this marriage didn't work out, but we're co-parenting, I have respect for this woman. And when you have respect, that shows me that you have respect for women, period. Period. So, you know, I like that. My goal is to be a hot nana and get my baby fixed through my kids without having any. Ah, okay. That's awesome. I want to be like auntie. I want to be like rich auntie. I definitely want rich auntie vibes. I definitely want to be a rich auntie. That's my goal. There's so many things that we need to learn. Um like there's so many things that we need to get better at, I feel like, as women. Um we know what we don't want, but what do you want? And if you know what you want, how you going to get it? How you going to get it? Like, you don't want to struggle bandit, but do you know how to go out and get a man from another community? Do you know how? Do you know how to keep his attention? Do you know how to get him contacting you to schedule a date a week or two in advance? Do you know how to do that? That's the question. I feel like once you have a good understanding of the struggle bandit logic, Blackistan, divestment, come over here so you can learn how to get what you want. What do you want? That's what I was talking to my friend earlier today, and she was like, "Oh, da da da," da, and this guy didn't have. He was boring, and I was like, "Well, what do you want?" I want a provider. I said, "Well, who said that your provider has to be entertaining? Do you want your man to entertain you, or do you want him to take care of you? You got to decide." She's like, "Oh, I didn't think about it like that." Well, yeah, you need to. You need to. Women need to sit down and think about, what are you trying to do? What do you want? What do you really want? If you want to be entertained, go out with your girlfriends. Go to the club, go to a bar, get in there, go to a show. But why does your man have to be your source of entertainment? He can be boring as he wants to be. Is he a provider man? That's the question. Hey, sissy, welcome to the live. That's the question. Is he a provider? Because I'm trying to tell you, I promise you. And this is what I keep telling women, but women, they don't want to listen to me. Or maybe they are. I don't know. Y'all need to give me updates or something and let me know. Are you actually implementing anything that I'm sharing on the channel? I don't know. But I'm telling you, you think you want somebody who's 6'4", muscles, attractive, charismatic, so-called alpha. You think you want that. But I'm telling you, get you a short nerd that cherishes you. And I'm not saying only look get a short nerd, but I'm just saying don't exclude a short nerd. That's what I'm saying. Don't exclude a short nerd that may not be the most handsome, may be balding. It doesn't fucking matter. When that man sits up there with looks at you with googly eyes because you're the most beautiful thing that he has seen all week, he's been pecking at his computer and he can't believe that you're in front of him eating a steak and drinking wine, and he just can't take his eyes off of you, and he cherishes from your toenail to the top of your follicles of your head. He cherishes every piece of you. I'm telling you, I can promise you, money back guaranteed. Go out on date three guys like that. You will never, ever go back to a struggle bandit. You won't. You won't. Because how you get treated trumps everything else, especially when you love and value yourself. You're going to try to find a man that's going to value you. That's going to be the most important thing. I'm 5'10". Yeah, I'm tall too, sis. Especially with my heels. I'm like 6 feet tall. I don't care. I will go out and like I like my men to be comfortable. So if I see that they're shorter than me, because usually guys lie about their height. So I'll take off like 1 or 2 inches from his height. So I'm like, how do you feel about me wearing heels? Most of them are like, please wear your heels. They don't care. A lot of them like tall women. They have like, an attraction to tall women. So I like to check with them and see how comfortable they are with it. And wear my heels. I certainly do. And I'll date shorter than me all the time. Literally all the time. I'm trying to think when's the last time I've had a tall date. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. It's also late, so give me some grace. My mind is not all the way working. But yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, no. Most of my guys are either my height or shorter. Yeah. Most of my guys are my height or shorter. The ones who like stick around and end up investing. Now, the one I was telling you about earlier, the one who I don't see but just sends me money, he's tall. He's probably like 6'2" or something. Yeah, he's tall. But most of the guy, like, yeah, most of my roster is short. Yep. Yeah. So I encourage women on this channel to open up their options. Don't pigeonhole yourself into looks because looks don't pay the bills. Looks do not pay the bills. Looks do not take care of the house. Looks don't do any of that. So I wouldn't be focused on looks. And I think like some younger women have a hard time with that. And a lot of times women be holding on trying to find a unicorn high value black man. That's what I told my friend earlier today. I was like, girl, you got to let that shit go. She's like, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm like, you better let it go fast, quick. Because those two struggle bandits that was in her inbox was in my inbox too. So-called high value black men. No, they're dusty as hell. They're not high, but they might have a little change on them, but they got a struggle bandit mindset. So no, get them out your inbox. But first take your screenshots. I'm so glad I found the screenshots to read it to y'all tonight so that y'all can see the logic. the illogic. You can see how they move. Rather they have $10, $10,000, or $110,000. They still have the same mentality. Trash bag. Still the same trash bag mentality. I haven't dated a black man since my early 20s, so they're not a factor, lol. Yeah, awesome. That's good. That's good. I'm not a like the attorney that's trying to talk to me, he's black. He's African American. I'll talk to him. I'm open to it. It's just not my focus. He's conducted himself in a respectable manner, so I will talk to him. Now keep in mind, most of my guys are like, um, they want to take me to out to dinner. That's what they say. Go wherever you want to go. This black attorney is like, I'll want to do a light bite, a light bite. How you a whole attorney talking about a light bite? But that's how they be. It don't matter how much money they have. They still got that same logic, you know. And I was thinking about this earlier today, because I'm gonna do some I'm gonna do a video on this whole domestic violence thing, so I can help, show people a few things about that. But I was thinking about one of the guys who, portrays himself as this so-called good black man. Those good so-called good black men, if you talk to them long enough, you don't even have to talk to them that long. You'll realize, nah, still got that bandit logic, still got the trash bag logic. And it's rooted in it's rooted in find a ride or die. And women have to prove their loyalty to you by enduring pain. That is the black society. That is black culture. That is black philosophy. A woman proves her love to you by enduring pain, struggle, abuse, neglect, infidelity. You going to prison, she should hold you down, not go nowhere. She should go 50-50 on the bills and do everything in the house. You don't have to do shit. Just pay half the bills, that's it. That's how their mindset is. So even the ones who are so-called good, like they're not a quote unquote thug, they go to work every day. But if you talk to them, they will have that. They will spew that same trash bag logic in one way or another. And if a man is taking care of a woman, he will shame him and call him a simp. But there was another guy who I thought he was like a high value man. I was like, okay, I think that guy is really good. He's always on, talking about finance. He's always, on his shit. He's always coming with information. He's not in getting in drama. He's not bickering and getting involved with all of that stuff. So I was like, okay, that's good, you know? And then he had admitted that he had issues with relationships in the past, of course, because they all do. But I was like, okay, well, if you recognize what you did and you're willing to prove yourself, then that's good. That's a positive. But no, when I started talking about woman is the prize, here come his struggle bandit logic. No, a man is the prize. And y'all talking about simps right now. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Oh, I know. You're a trash bag. You have some money, but your logic is still trash bag struggle dusty logic. Period. You still on the same bullshit. There's no difference between you and the regular average so-called low value black man. Y'all are just the same, just with one who has more money. If you don't see your duty to take care of women around you, you have a problem. So what you think women just supposed to be around you for free? You don't aspire to get a wife and take care of a woman. And that's the thing, like most black men, they're not married 'cause they don't want to be. They're not married because it's not a lot of good black women available for marriage. Black women really value marriage and they want to be married. But these dudes do not value marriage and they don't want to be married. That's the con. I don't think I'll ever be evangelist though, but I'm definitely not a swirler. I'm not going to be an evangelist. I'm just going to live my life. And, you know, somebody's inspired to get out there and make things happen for themselves based off of being inspired by me, then that's wonderful. Do it. I can't say that I'm going to go out there and be like, "Oh, you're a Dustiana. You need to stop this and you're stupid. Why would you da 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 da?" It's like you guys are delusional. You guys don't understand. So you think that you're going to put out a 15-minute video and you're going to undo. This woman has been trained to be a mammy for 30 years. Think about it. These women have been trained to be mammies their whole life from birth. And you think that 1 year of content is going to erase their upbringing? You think that a 15-minute video is going to undo their mama, their grandmama, their aunties, indoctrinating them into mammyism? You are delusional about your power. It runs deep. It's not going to be a few videos. It's not going to be a year or two worth of content. It's going to take more. And also, some of them will just perish. Accept that. Some of them will choose to perish, and I accept that. Let them be. Have an attitude of acceptance about what is. Some people will choose to perish. Let them. It's just more high value men for you. Perfect. It's some real cute pygmishas over there too that will give us a run for our motherfucking money. It's some real cute pygmishas over there. Real cute. But they don't know. They don't know their worth. So they're gonna stay over there with Gustavius. Knowing good and well they can go and get a high value man. But they're not gonna try. They're not even gonna try. And they real cute. You got some real cute pygmishas. Beautiful. Carrie Hilson can get married probably by next year. I say if she go to Ireland, if she goes to Australia, if she goes to Dubai, if she goes to Chile, Argentina, if she goes to, where could she go? Hell, Norway, Denmark. Man, them Scandinavian guys would freaking love her. Scandinavian guys would love her. She could be married next year. She's a cute pygmisha. She's a beautiful pygmisha. She don't care that she pretty. She gonna stay right over there in struggle land. It's her Octavius. You crazy. She has the right to stay in sorrow if that's what she want to do. Hey, Zero, the Infinite, welcome to the chat. Let me see what y'all saying in this chat. Even the best quality trash bags need to be left in the garbage man. Yeah, absolutely. Educated lames still think that they're the prize. And I'm not having that. What do you bring to the table? I've never, okay, let me tell you, I date wealthy men, and none of them have ever asked me to cook or clean, ever. I've never been asked to cook or clean. I've never asked, what do I bring to the table? And this is why I think why they don't ask me. You remember when I was telling you about the Indian guy earlier that I went out with on Friday, and how he was admiring things about me. He was mesmerized by my charm and my grace and my beauty, but he really liked my grace and charm and how I made him feel comfortable because he had been married. He'd been married for so long, and so now he's back on the dating scene, and how I made him feel comfortable. So a man recognizes a good investment. So a man who knows how to maneuver his environment, he's going to look at a company like Amazon when Amazon is a small company, and he's going to look, that company has everything in it to grow and to enrich my life. I'm going to invest in that company because he is an intelligent man and he knows how to maneuver the resources around him. So he doesn't have to ask, "Hey, what's in it? Why should I invest in this company?" He can see for himself why he wants to. He can read the annual report and look at everything that he needs to do to invest. I've never had I've dated wealthy men. None of them have ever asked me, what do I bring to the table? Because they don't need anything from me besides for me to look cute. And then they all want sex, but that's a given. But I mean, they really don't, you know, have a lot of requirements besides looking cute, making them feel good. They kind of go like, how do you make me feel? You make me feel good? Great. You know, they want a woman to make them feel good, bring some lightness to the situation, you know, be soft, have somebody to talk to, have somebody to bounce ideas off of, somebody to laugh with. That's what they want, you know. It's only it's only the besties that ask what do you bring to the table because they don't have anything of value, and the whole thing is rooted in, like I said earlier, struggle, sacrifice and servitude, mothering. And so if they're looking, think about it. Think about if you're looking for a mom, you probably would want to know what your mom's going to do for you. If you have to replace your mother, you probably are going to be like, well, what kind of mom are you going to be? How are you? What all are you going to give me as your son? I'm going to be your son. You're going to be my mom. So what are you going to do for me? How are you going to take care of me? Yeah, they're very infantile, very infantile. And I noticed that before I got on YouTube, before I started consuming this content. It's just a perpetual state of adolescence, an unwillingness to grow up and to be men. And that to me is repulsive. It's like every time I would get into a feminine flow in my life, I would get into a feminine flow, and then I would link up with some African American guy, and before you know it, I'm a masculine hot mess. Because they will pull you out of femininity every time, guaranteed. Guaranteed. So I think I told you one time I was dating this guy, and um, he felt like I didn't call him. He was like, "Well, why don't you call me?" I'm like, why can't you just continue calling me? What we have is working. Every time you call me, I answer or I call you back. He was like, "Yeah, I know, and but I just think that you need to be calling me." And I was like, "Okay." And I started calling him, and everything just went downhill. He started resting in his effeminacy. He started resting in his effeminate ways. So I think just about every man wants a woman to make them feel good. Yeah, most will to do couples hire a cleaner. Yeah, of course. I've never had a guy ask I've never had a wealthy man ask me to clean up his house or cook for him. I've never had that before. Only a feminine man would say a woman is masculine because he was more feminine than the woman. Um, yeah, it's just it's confused. And I think that you really have to understand narcissism to really understand black male pathology because it's confusing. Like it's just confusing. It's there's no rhyme or reason to it. You can't follow you cannot follow the logic all the way to the end because it's a dead end. And it's like a hamster wheel. It doesn't make sense. Like how you will be ratchet and a hot mess and then if a woman blows up on you, then she is being masculine. But not to mention the things that you're not doing. I don't know. Like, my definition of manhood is not yelling and screaming and bossing people around and being macho. That's not, to me, that's not masculine. To me, masculinity is how are the women and children around you? Are they well? Are they cared for? Are they safe? Are the women and the children that are connected to you, are they healthy? Because they're a reflection of you as a man. Are they healthy? Are they safe? Are they taken care of? Are they on the right path in life? Especially the children. Are the children connected to you on the right path in life? Are they cared for? Are they safe? That's a demonstration of your manhood. So these guys getting up here being loud, they just talk loud online, just loud. But you don't even have a relationship with your kids. Your kids are blah blah. You don't even know what's going on with them. And to me, that's not masculine. It's very it's not masculine. Every man. Okay, hold on. Surrounded by oil, gas, money, doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs. Yep, I have a lawyer in my inbox right now, girl. I'm gonna write him tomorrow because he's been asking me about a date. He's been asking to talk to me, and I haven't had time to confirm with him. But I'm gonna do it ASAP. I'm gonna do it ASAP. Doctors, I haven't had very good luck with doctors. A little bit, but not a lot. A few conversations here and there, but not a lot. Lawyers, so so. Engineers, so so. Executives, so so. Bravado is not masculinity. We are not in the Stone Age. Yeah, of course not. You're right. It's not. But I think that we're just at this point as Black women where we really need to think individually. Like we need to get out of the collective and we need to think individually. What is it that I want? And make an agenda. And when you date, you need to stay on your agenda. You need to stay on your agenda because unfortunately, a lot of the content is not fully equipping you to get what you want. It's just like you get mad and riled up, but then where do you funnel that? Where do you funnel that energy into? And we know we can articulate what we don't want, but sometimes women have a hard time articulating what they do want. What do you want? What do you want from your dating? What do you want from life? Where are you headed to? What's important to you? And then there's the logistics of it, and I'm very keenly interested in that because I don't want women going from one, like like they're white narcissistic guys. I've met them. Narcissism looks different in that community because they have more resources. Narcissism, nonetheless. So I'm interested in giving women the skills and the insight as to navigating healthy relationships, period, and staying safe while dating. So no matter who you choose, you will choose well, no matter the color. Practice. What's stopping you from starting roster dating? That's another thing. Like, y'all be like, I want a roster date. Why aren't you? Why aren't you? If you want me to look in your dating profile, you need to join the Discord. Oh, anesthesiologist. I had some anesthesiologist talking to me the other day, but I don't think I followed up with him. Anesthesiologist, and strangely enough, an oncologist. Most surgeons and cardiologists are a-holes and narcs. Yeah, you're right. I'll date a surgeon though. I'll date a surgeon. I was briefly talking to a podiatrist who I found out he was married. I had a couple of phone conversations with him, and there was something fishy about him, and so I looked him up. He was married. I could have contacted his wife, but I spared him. I figured he's so brazen. Honestly, he's like the way he was coming at me. There's no way that she doesn't know what he's doing. She has to know. She has to know. She has to know. Yeah, if you want to get in the Discord, send me a message on Instagram and I will send you the link to the Discord. Send me a voice note so that I know it's you. And I will send you a link to the Discord. Um, right now it's manageable. Like I can look at people's profiles. People have sent me conversations and they're like, where do I say next? Where do I go from here? And I'm able to right now I'm able to respond because it's modest amount of inquiries. So if you want me to look at your dating profile, if you want, if you ever get hung up on a conversation in the text and you're trying to like get to a date, I'll be able to respond to that as well. If you want general advice, I'll be able to respond to that as well. You could also just do your text um, for your what you call it, your pictures. I mean, for your profile, the screenshots of your dating profile. So you don't have to show your face if you're anonymous. You can remain anonymous. It's just fine. I just need to verify that it's you by voice, and you can come inside the group. Yep. Because Facebook is really censoring a lot. Like I didn't even. I'm not. I don't even think I'm going to start a Facebook group because Facebook is really censoring, like heavily, heavily censoring, and I just cannot with them. Like the censorship is on 1,000. I can't. I said Indians are cheap, and they put me in timeout or Facebook jail for like a week or something. And I'm like, but it's true. Oh, yeah, it's a certain kind of Indian though. Like not well, they're pretty frugal. I'll say that. But when you get older and you get guys with like better careers, they tend to be a little bit more generous. But guys that I've dated, Indian guys I've dated in the past have been very, very frugal. Now I met some more, generous Indian guys. I think I've updated like everything about my roster and then some, probably even more than I even had originally intended to share. Trying to see if I missed anything on the chat. Yeah, yeah. I think I've shared pretty much everything. If we'll call him Pablo. We'll call him Pablo. If Pablo texts me in the morning, then I will extend to go out with him. Middle Eastern men, especially Persian men, are generous. I had one Persian guy trying to talk to me, and I don't know what happened. I don't know. It was hard for me to take him serious. I wouldn't mind dating a Persian guy. I know they do like to spend money, for sure. I wouldn't mind dating a Persian guy. That would be cool. I just haven't met one yet. Well, no, I met one online. We talked a little bit, but we never went out on a date. I haven't gone on a date with a Persian guy, but I'm totally open to it if I can meet one. Other guys from Middle East, I don't know, maybe like Lebanon or Arab Emirates. I don't know. I guess I'm open to it. It would be new for me for sure. You got to find the time, the woman who exists, who doesn't exist. You got to find the time and get it popping, girl. Why not? Get out there and start meeting guys. Get out there and start meeting guys and go on some dates. It makes dating so much better when you have a roster, not focus on one guy at a time, because that's how you end up getting heartbroken and clingy when you're focused on one guy. I don't know how to work the Discord. I think I need to watch a tutorial on Discord so that I can understand how to use it better. Um, Now, another possibility, y'all tell me if this is something that interests you. I was thinking about also doing a private Google Meet. I want to do uh, a private, not on YouTube. I want to do a private conference call on lowering sex drive. So, because I know some women struggle with that, and I used to, but I don't anymore. I have my sex drive in control now. So, you know, in order for this to work, you cannot sleep with guys all the time. It doesn't work. Nothing that I say will work if you're sleeping with them too soon. So, I think that we should keep that private. It's not really for mixed company. That conversation is not for mixed company. So, I thought that I could do it inside of the older men have lower sex drive. I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about woman sex drive. Lowering your own sex drive, getting in control of your sex drive. Because most of what I'm saying is not going to work if you're sleeping with guys too soon. So, um, I think that we need to talk about that privately, though. That's what I'm just trying to think about the logistics of how we can do that. And I'm thinking, because I thought I could do it in Discord, but I don't think I can. I'll watch a tutorial to better understand Discord, because I really don't understand the platform very much, and determine that, and then also we could just do it in Google Meet privately. I'm not sure how many people can come on the free version, but I can find that out, and we could do a discussion. There's another discussion that I think we should be private as well. Yes, the breathing does help a lot, because I used to do the Kundalini energy thing, and that helped. But some of the internal work that I did helped even more than the Kundalini breathing. But the Kundalini breathing does help a lot. Yeah, I think we should talk, and I think that we could share ideas too, because um, Was it N.R. Simmons? You might have things that have worked for you that you can share with other women, and then I have things that has worked for me that I could share. We can all just share, and that way we have more strategies to, have good self-control and all of that jazz. I definitely want to do something like that. All right, beautiful people. Well, certainly appreciate y'all. It's like a mind body reset. Yeah. I certainly appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you so much. I am fading, fading, fading. I'm about to hit this pillow, y'all. About to hit this pillow. So I appreciate you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. More than half of the people that watch my videos are not subscribers, according to my analytics. Like 58% of the people that watch my videos, might even be, is it 58 or 60, 68? Might be 68. 68% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So don't be a part of that 68%. Let's flip that and make it, more people subscribe than not. Be on the winning side of history, y'all. Go on over there and subscribe. I appreciate you. Oh, and please share this. Maybe not this one. This might be kind of crazy. This might be off putting. Find your favorite video on my channel and share it on your Facebook. Or share with somebody who you think it could help. All right. Peace.